everybody and welcome back to my channel. So this is going to be a collection and declutter of my powders here. So this drawer has both bronzers and powders, foundations, a couple of like cream highlighters here. So I already decluttered the bronzer section. So now I'm moving into the powders and powder foundation and things like that. So let's go ahead and get started. The first powder I have here, so excuse me, I just did the bronzer video, so I do have swatches on my hand. But the first powder you see here, this is the Lockett powder, the blotting powder from Kat Von D. I don't support Kat Von D anymore, so I'm not purchasing any more of her products, but I already have this in my collection and I really, really like it. This is one of the powders that live in like my everyday makeup bag because it has a compact, it has a mirror, and like I said, it's a good powder, but once I use this product up, I'm not going to be purchasing any more of the refills because this is like a compact that has, you know, you can put more refills in it. We'll see if I can find any other powders that can fit into this compact. That may be a good way to utilize it. But other than that, I'm gonna put this back into my everyday makeup bag and continue to use it as my current like blotting powder or touch-up powder. So this is the current foundation that I have in my makeup use up. This is the Laura Geller Balance and Brighten foundation, and this is in the color Fair. As you can see, I've actually put a pretty good dent in it. It's one of like her baked powders. It was one of the older foundations in my powder foundations in my collection, so I wanted to put it in the makeup use up. This is a powder that lives in kind of like my everyday makeup drawer collection. I really only have like one loose powder at a time. I had originally put it in a project pan, so those lines were like marking like my usage for it, but I really only use this if I put on like a liquid foundation or a cream foundation, like the IT Cosmetics CC Plus foundation or the Physicians Formula. I can't remember what the name of the foundation is, but the Physicians Formula foundation, and I really, really like this powder. It is in the shade Translucent Light. I'm gonna go ahead and keep it. I don't know if I said it. It's the Cover FX Perfect Setting Powder. I really, really love this powder, and it's the current loose powder that I am using. So next I have the Urban Decay Slick mattifying powder, and this powder was in a project pan, and as you can see, I have hit major pan on it. It is a very white and chalky powder, but it does its job. It does mattify. It has a pretty heavy flashback, and I don't know, I just got sick and tired of this product, and I think I've gotten my money's worth. So I actually think I'm gonna toss this out because it's so old and it no longer like closes, so I can't carry it around in my everyday makeup bag. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of this product. So that's one powder gone. This is another powder that I like to keep in my like everyday makeup drawer. This is the Hourglass Dim Light powder. I use this whenever I have special events. I used it when I did bridal makeup. I think it is a gorgeous powder, but it's definitely like a luxury powder. So I don't want to use it up too quickly because it was pretty expensive. I probably wouldn't repurchase this product because it is so dang expensive, but I really do like it. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to continue to keep it in my everyday makeup area. This is the NYX HD finishing powder, and I like this. It's very, very smooth. It definitely is white, but it like kind of blends into the skin, and it leaves my skin feeling very, very smooth. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep this. I'm gonna go ahead and keep that one and the backup. I've kind of learned my lessons on purchasing backups. I already have it. I already purchased it. It is sealed, so I'm not gonna get rid of it, but I've learned my lessons with purchasing backups. I'm just not going to purchase a product until I've completely used it up if I am going to repurchase it. So this is another one of my favorite matte powders or like touching up powders. This is the Rimmel Stay matte powder. I just don't like the packaging because it tends to open when I put it in my like makeup bag, and it doesn't have a mirror. But I'm going to keep this one since I got rid of the Urban Decay Slick one because this is the one that kind of lives in my everyday makeup drawers. I have the Coty Airspun powder in the shade Translucent. Again, that's never been used. I have the NYC Smooth Skin Loose powder, and this is in the Translucent shade. I like this, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep it. Loose powders just take forever to use up. So I have the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder in the shade 10 Light. This is brand new, never been opened. I'm gonna go ahead and keep that one. I have the Bare Minerals minerals. This is like a duo. It has like a matte and a glow powder. I just don't like this. I thought this was gonna be a dupe for the like Hourglass powder, and I really don't like this, so I'm gonna go ahead and declutter it. I have the Becca Hydra Mist Set and Refresh powder. I was thinking about pulling this up in the summertime, but we'll see. This is probably the next powder that I will pull in to use. Next, I have the Too Faced. This is like the banana powder. I got this as part of a set. So this is the banana cream powder. It's another setting powder, brand new, never used. I have the Essence All About Matte powder. I don't like this. I'm gonna go ahead and pass this along. I have the backup for the NYX powder. I have this MAC Prep and Prime Transparent Finishing Powder. I've tried to get rid of this before. I just love the packaging so much, but I just don't like this powder. It's very white, very chalky. It's not good. So I'm just gonna go ahead and bite the bullet and get rid of it now. I have the ColourPop No Filter Sheer Press Powder. This is brand new. I have never used it. It's in the color light. I'm just gonna go ahead and leave it in the packaging there. This is the Wet n Wild pressed powder in the shade Neutral Buff. This is weird. It developed kind of like a hard pan on the edges, and it started wearing away like very weirdly, and it does have color to it. So I really like this. I don't know, I just don't like the way it looks in the compact. I know that's kind of weird to say, but it's just one of those things that kind of turned me off from using that product, but I still do like it. So I am going to eventually pull this back into my collection once I finish using one of the powders. I just thought I had way too many powders. So this is a backup of one of my favorite foundations. This is the Too Faced Cocoa Powder in the shade medium or light medium. I love this. I'm so sad that they discontinued it. I pretty much found these at a CCO and I picked up a bunch of them. I finished one of those in my project pan last year, so I have this on standby once I finish the Laura Geller one. This is a Sephora foundation in the shade 20 Neutral Buff. It's very, very light. It's really only my winter shade, so I'm gonna keep this one for the winter time. And then I have a couple more loose powders under these. So I have the Kat Von D Lockett setting powder in the shade Translucent and the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. So I'm going to go ahead and keep both of those, but I am going to get rid of some of these. So I have the Milk Makeup Highlighter. I just don't use cream highlighter, so I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to keep High Beam because I actually really, really like High Beam. You know what? I've only ever used a sample of this, so I'm going to go ahead and sell this on Mercari because I've never actually used this product. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this. This is the Cover FX Custom Enhancer Drops in the shade Moonlight. I've used this once and I don't really like it. This is the Perfectly Posh Cream Highlighter. I don't think they make this product anymore, but I do have a few cream highlighters that I am currently using and that I have from ColourPop. And honestly, I prefer those a little bit better than this. I feel like this kind of wears away too quickly. It is a very nice, like, subtle highlight, but I prefer those over this. And I feel that by the time I finish using one of the ColourPop ones, this is just going to be bad because it does have like pretty natural ingredients. This is the Tarteist Stunner Cream Highlighter, like the Pro Glow one. I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of it. I didn't really care for the formula. I have a Benefit What's Up. I did have this in a project pan. I really, really like it, but I think it's starting to dry out and this product is just old, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of it. If I really, really want to repurchase it, I'll just purchase a full size, which I doubt. Then I have the NARS Copacabana. This is like one of the multiple sticks. It's pretty, but it's just too pinky and pearly for me, so I'm gonna go ahead and pass that along. I have a Laura Geller Easy Illuminating Stick. It's just not a product I'm going to use. I am, however, going to keep this. This is the Balm's Mary Duminizer. It is a beautiful cream highlighter. I really, really like it. I really like the way that it applies. I really like the way that it wears. It's a beautiful color. So I am going to go ahead and keep this one, and this is going to be like the only cream highlighter that I am keeping apart from my ColourPop cream highlighter. highlighters. So yeah, that is it. I think I did pretty good. I got rid of like a butt ton of cream highlighters here. I got rid of 4 powders, and then I have 1 cream highlighter that I'm going to sell on Mercari. So yeah, that's it for this collection and declutter video. Please give this video a thumbs up if you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I currently post 3 times a week on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And on Sundays, I like to post a plan with me. So hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.